So guys, NIO just started a new battery sharing program, which is absolutely revolutionary. Now, we've all known that with NIOs, you could upgrade the battery pack and you're not constricted to what battery pack size that you bought the car with. You can upgrade from the standard range, 75 kilowatt hours, to the 100 kilowatt hours permanently or short-term rental. In fact, in the next couple of days on Sunday, I'm actually going to be leaving Beijing, doing a 2,000 kilometer road trip, and I'll be upgrading my battery pack rental for 2 days. That's absolutely nuts, right? But this is a next level, all right? What NIO is doing is next level with this battery sharing program. So with the battery upgrade, all right, that is with NIO. I want to upgrade, I got to pay NIO for that battery upgrade or the rental, etc. It's the battery is from NIO. But with the battery sharing program, if I have a friend who has a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, and that friend, let's say he doesn't really need that battery pack, he's okay with 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, or I come to agreement with him, hey, and he's gonna lend me that 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. What he can do is through the app, you can do this and then drive your NIO, your friend drives the NIO to their swap station and then swaps into a 75, puts the 100 in the swap station, and then you can go to the swap station and get the 100 on your car and basically borrow his 100 kilowatt hour battery pack for however many days you want. And he also gets compensated with like some NIO points and also some NIO value points. Now, this also has very big implications for the Robotaxi business for NIO in the future, because if any NIO that you own can share with any battery pack that you own, and also with permission, you can use any size battery pack from your friends. And we already know that NIOs can autonomously swap already, basically, and they can. So NIO's ahead of Tesla in that part when it comes to charging the car, getting power into the car. You know, Teslas, you still gotta get someone to manually plug in the car, whereas NIOs, they can drive by itself, nobody in the car, to the swap station, swap, and then get going. But with this battery sharing thing, depending on what kind of Robotaxi trip you gotta do, if it's like a super long distance trip, then they can just essentially swap into a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack and then head off and then, you know, do that Robotaxi ride, basically. And if there's no need for that long range, then they can just swap into a 75. Or if it's a super long range, swap into the 150. Depending on the range of the trip, you could swap into whichever battery pack you need. You know, Elon Musk talks a lot about how in the future, Tesla owners can have their Teslas be money generators for them and go on these Robotaxi ride hailing business, basically. And that's something that added a lot to their valuation. But here it is with NIO getting it all done already. You can have your car autonomously drive, autonomously get power via swapping, and autonomously also decide which battery pack to use for maybe longer distance trips. Those latter two things, Teslas cannot do at all. It is impossible for Tesla to firstly autonomously charge by itself without human intervention. You need the robotic arm, which not many people have. Even if they do have it, it's in like the test labs and stuff. And then if you want to upgrade the battery pack, there is absolutely no chance at all upgrading the battery pack on a Tesla, especially with structural battery pack. Good luck. You got to upgrade the entire structure. You got to take apart the structure. Battery swapping has its advantages, obviously. So that's a big W for NIO. So obviously, in terms of fleet management, if, for example, the NIO owner with 23 NIOs, he's got so many NIOs, he can have his own like Robotaxi business, basically. And he doesn't need to buy the large capacity battery. He just has to have one of them. And he can basically, in the future, send them off to be Robotaxis, and whichever one needs the longer range, you can swap it into that car, basically. that just means that you don't even have to borrow the battery pack, rent the battery pack from NIO when you're trying to upgrade for a long distance road trip, especially those that have a lot of NIOs. So for example, the NIO owner with 23 NIOs, he has a lot of NIOs. Most of them are standard range battery pack, 75, but he has one or two that has the 100. He has always wanted the possibility, the option to put the 100 on whichever car he wanted, because he owns the battery. What difference does it make to have it on the ET7 or the ES8 or the ET5? I mean, it's all his battery, right? So he has that flexibility now. And with this, you can put that battery pack, the longer range battery pack, on whichever NIO you wanted to, and whichever NIO that you're planning to go on the road trip with. And what's also really cool is that with the 150 battery pack that's coming out very soon, basically you can just buy that, all right, or get one friend to buy it, and then if you need it, you can just borrow it from your friend, which is pretty nuts as well. Now, the thing holding it back for the longest time has been insurance. Apparently, insurance is kind of complicated when it comes to, like, you bought the insurance for a 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, but then now you have the 100, and then for some reason, if you get into an accident, the battery is more expensive. But it seems like NIO has worked all that out, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, what's also really cool about this is that you can start your own battery upgrade program, essentially. Say I have the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack or the 150, and I want to rent it out to my friends. Instead of them having to pay NIO's rental upgrade prices, they could just pay me, and I would charge them maybe less than what NIO is charging, and they could get my battery pack. Or I can just do it for free, and then they can use my battery pack, and they would essentially owe me a favor. So now you can say, hey, can I borrow your battery? This is quite crazy. You never heard about this in terms of EV. Like, you don't even think about that. Can I borrow your battery? Can I borrow your long range battery pack for like a couple days? That just happened, which is quite crazy. NIO's definitely doing next level stuff in terms of like charging batteries and battery replenishment, swapping, all these kind of stuff. NIO is doing next level stuff right here, man. So I would say NIO is closer to a fully autonomous robotaxi fleet than Tesla is. But Teslas, you have robotaxis, but you'd still need someone to charge it and do all that kind of stuff. But I think NIO is actually closer. There are rumors that NIO has the L3 certification already, but they're hiding it in their pockets. But I'm not sure if that rumor is true or not. Maybe it's true. This is quite incredible. Let me borrow your battery pack. Now you can say that officially. Let me borrow your 150 kilowatt hour battery pack. How crazy is that? Only with NIO, all right? Only with NIO. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.